What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
It's one of them mornings, man.
Listen, y'all, it has been a morning. The devil been busy, as the people say.
Shugs on, man.
The people say the devil been busy.
Yeah, I can't see my.
Listen, tried to take us out this morning. Tried to take us out.
Boop, boop.
But to God be the glory.
We had the bob and weave this morning.
To God be the glory. So what up, y'all?
Let me make sure. Hold on, Mick. Let me make sure we sound.
Oh Lord, y'all let us know if y'all can hear us. Hop in the comments. Let us know if you can hear us, because again, listen. Devil been busy on this Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's been busy.
You
so
know
what up, Nice?
I'm gonna hide myself. I'm gonna hide behind the tent.
Yeah, I just need you get it together. Get it together, Jesus. We Father, in the name of the Lord.
But we back.
We back. What up, y'all? We are excited to be here. So if you are tapping in with us this morning, comment below. Let us know you're here. We don't know what's going on this morning on the cool things that switched up. You know
but you know how they're saying go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Just go with it. Lord, be with us today on this morning.
Father God, we come to you
in the name of Jesus.
Yes.
Amen. Amen.
I'm tired.
So what up, y'all? What's going on, y'all? It is the Morning Tea Radio Show, where we are here each and every Wednesday. We always have an amazing, as I say, adult conversation. So if this is your first time tuning in to the Morning Tea Radio Show, make sure that you share the live, text somebody, comment, share with the people, because we got an awesome topic today. We got an awesome guest that's going to hop on a little bit later. So we had a morning this morning, but not only do we utilize this for businesses, entrepreneurs, those who have events and wanting to enlarge their networking territory, but we also utilize this platform for morning tea topics. And Nice, tell them about the morning tea topics.
Man, the morning tea topics would be, they be on point.
They do.
Ain't even much lie. They be, like I say, sometimes they
hit home.
Yeah, they hit home. Sometimes they touch my little heart. Sometimes I walk away, I shed a tear. Sometimes I walk away, I'm smiling, I'm giggling. The topics be
they be on it. They be on it. Yeah. So listen, we was absent we were in the as we say, in the field on last week. Yeah. We had a couple of things that we was doing. So shout out to myself for passing my insurance test, health and life insurance.
Congratulations.
Man, let me tell you, it was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. Your girl was struggling.
Yeah.
I was taking that test and I was like, Lord, you're going to have to be with me.
Yeah.
Because everything that I studied
was
not on the test.
Nervous?
Oh my God. Anxiety? I wasn't nervous going in, but as I was looking at the questions, I had to bob and weave. Yeah. I had to say, okay, it's not A.
Yeah.
It can't be D.
Yeah.
So it got to be B or C. So Lord, whatever you tell me.
So you use your favorite word, strategic.
I was strategic. I was strategic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was strategic. So I'm excited. Thank God for that. But not only that, my nephew graduated over the weekend.
That's good.
He graduated over the weekend. So shout out to all the graduates.
Yeah.
It was a huge class and it was at NRG. So they had quite a few people that I know had some sons, some daughters that graduated over the weekend. And just continue to, it's just great to see all of the good things with this generation.
Right.
With this generation, they're having to make these adult decisions. And I feel like, you know what? And I don't know if you feel, you tell me your thoughts, but I feel like the kids these days, they have a lot more pressure than we did when we was in school after graduation. Graduation when we were younger, it was like, okay, you going to college or you getting a job.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, you going to college, you getting a job, you got a baby you got to take care of.
You staying in the hood.
Listen.
You gonna work at Kroger's.
It just seems like it's a lot more pressure these days.
I mean,
than
but
it
you
was.
know, I'm gonna say this here. It's pressure if we not own it. If we as adults, parents are not owning it. When they start. You know what I'm saying? So if you preaching, hey, we preparing you for this, we preparing you for that, they understand that, hey. So when they get to that point, the graduation, you got a game plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I learned that from our era.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a game plan. No. Honestly.
You didn't have a game plan?
Nah, we didn't have a game plan.
I had a game plan.
Nah, we was like freestyling. 16 balls, 32 balls, we freestyling.
Yeah. Y'all gonna be rappers.
We freestyle. I'm talking about freestyling in life.
Yeah.
We just like.
Well, I had a plan, but of course my plan it changed. Yeah. And I think that's another thing with a lot of kids and things of that nature that they have to understand too, is that I think parents should teach them the A or B plan.
Yeah.
Like there should be, your dominant, your primary plan, but then if that doesn't work out, here's a plan B to get them ready for life.
And you know what? And I'm gonna say this is, I say this. I think that you should prepare your kids for entrepreneurship. Be A, and B is this and that, this and that, this and that.
Gotcha.
Because nowadays, now we older, so it take us it's a little bit. We gotta grasp a little bit more. But they come into this internet. Social media, so it's a lot of opportunities for these young people.
Yeah,
with this social media, it's a lot of ways that they can be entrepreneurs. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would teach my kid to be entrepreneur, have an entrepreneur mindset.
Yeah, I would say it was a good balance.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a good balance of having a A and B plan. Yeah,
that's why I'm saying A and B. But my A would be work for yourself, because it's benefits in working for yourself, and not saying that you can't go work for nobody else by having your own.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? But it's a lot of benefits in creating your business.
Yeah. I think so. I think there's a lot of benefits. However, I think for the young mindset, yes, absolutely, they should have it as a plan B, because I don't think mentally they're mature enough at that age to take on all the responsibilities of entrepreneurship. Now, yes, I do think you should prepare their mind and whatever gifts they have that they can utilize and expand based on what their desires are.
And see, my thing would be, this is I would explain it like this. Okay, your plan A is your own business. Plan B is, let's get you a job so you can build your own business.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You feel me? So and go from that angle. You understand what I'm saying? Let's get you a job so you can go, you can go to work, you can learn skills or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But your focus, is starting your business. Because like I say, it's so many ways that these young people can make money, and they understand it by even just creating OnlyFans page, you know what I'm saying? And they get money.
Yeah.
And they know how to monetize and stuff like that. And it's stuff that I'm slow on.
Yeah, but I think for that, they've already been in an industry. Most of them have already been in an entrepreneurship industry.
That's what I'm saying.
So I definitely think that it's a balance between mentally preparing yourself, because it's good. But I mean, as adults, we struggle. We struggle with the mentality of, with the mental strain of entrepreneurship. So I totally agree that they should have, the idea, and if they have gifts, to understand all the things that goes with it. But if they have a profession, like if they have, some people are just born to be in corporate America, but also have that as a backup plan, a plan B, or something on the side.
And I say this about corporate America, and this is why I say plan A, is because you can go to corporate America. How many people done invested years and years and years, and when that time was up, that time was up, and now you ain't got nothing to fall back on. You know what I'm
so
saying?
definitely have a balance. Yeah. It happened to a lot of people. But there are some people that they lost their corporate job. However, it was something greater in another corporate job where they got a raise, they got money.
I hate corporate. I hate corporate America. I hate it.
Yeah. Well, I understand if they fired, they let you go.
I hate it.
I get it. I get it. For some people, it's great.
Yeah.
They climbing the ladder. They making good money. Yeah. So yeah, definitely have. So not only did we have, so let's give a recap, and we got our guest that's coming on in a minute before we get into a commercial. However, listen, the president and these tariffs, and this is very important.
Right.
The president and these tariffs is driving up the cost of Black health care. Hair care. So the wigs, the weaves, the ponytails, all of that used to come from China and all of these other places, the braid hair that we get, the prices are growing up. And it's saying the growing list now includes hair care, the hair itself, the styling products, and all of those things. So the world and Donald Trump, National Guard, also the world, Donald Trump and National Guard, they got all of this stuff that's happening in California. The National Guards is in California. They got a partial, what you call it, when you got to be inside by a certain time? What is it called, y'all?
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah,
but they got to be inside. They got to be inside by a certain time.
Yeah.
But they are cutting up. But the women in the hair care, the hair, the weaves. So now when y'all go and y'all get your hair done and they have went up on the prices, this is why, because it costs so much for it to get over here.
Well, it's going to be a lot of them little things right there.
It's going to be a lot of half weaves. It's going to be
no more catfish.
Listen, it's going to be, they going to have it up here.
What they call the little thing, the little
I don't know.
Little ponytail?
A ponytail. That's what they call it.
The little one, though.
No, it's a ponytail. No matter what size it is, it's a ponytail.
There ain't going to be no more
catfish. Listen, that I used to be a hairstylist. So for the hairstyling industry, I totally understand how this can be something that's not good, because you already, if you're going up on your prices without this, you have your clients that are like, okay,
clubs
we've been paying this for a certain amount of money.
The clubs gonna lose a whole bunch of money.
Why?
You can't get your hair done.
Yeah, no, they gonna find a way to get to the club. They gonna slick that thing back.
Oh, the little thing.
No, all the way. It's gonna be a low one. They gonna slick that thing back, put a hat on.
With a little barrette.
Shoot, you think Karen's ain't gonna be popping? They gonna be in that thing.
I don't know.
They gonna be in that thing.
When y'all can't get y'all nails and toes and hair done,
whatever you need to do. Somebody they gonna go pull out some hair that they didn't have before and shampoo that thing and comb it.
Be talking about something stink.
No, not after you shampoo it. It's good as new. It ain't gonna be no waste no more. Yeah, no, it's good as new.
So y'all keep hair like that?
Yeah, if it costs a lot of money, you're supposed to.
And you wash it?
Yeah, you wash
throw
it.
That boy in.
Hair.
And throw that boy in.
Yeah, keep it kicking.
Damn.
Keep it kicking.
That's crazy.
But y'all, we're going to get into this commercial break. And after we come from the commercial break, we're going to invite our guest today, Trina, who is the business educator. We're going to talk to her. I got a good morning tea topic. And then also we're going to have a conversation about what's coming up in the month, especially with this amazing business owner who has been doing amazing. She has more than one business that is nationwide. So y'all make sure that y'all keep it like right here on the Morning Tea Radio Show with your girl Mika Diamond
and your boy K Neese.
We'll be right back with Miss Trina.
T&D Tax Service LLC is the partner you or your business need. Imagine having a full-service business handling your tax preparation, business bookkeeping, payroll, business setup, money management, and credit restoration. With T&D, you get highly trained professionals, individual assistants, and year-round support. Keep running your business. Let us handle the numbers. Ready to unlock success? Contact T&D Tax Service today at 832-856-6568 or visit T&D Tax Service on any social media platform. At T&D Tax Service, our motto is, when you start off right, you end up right.
Yep.
All right, y'all. We are right back with the Morning Tea Radio Show with your girl, Mika Diamond.
Your boy, K Neese.
Excited about today's conversation because we have an awesome lady who is on with us. I'm going to say half, because she has a business owner with her husband, and they do absolutely amazing together. I told them that they need their own talk show because they just so natural and so funny at the same time. But today we are talking to her about business. So I'm going to go ahead and lightly introduce her. Miss Trina Washington. Good morning,
Trina. Yeah, hey, Trina, hold on. Let me do this the right way, though, Miss Trina. Hold on.
You got to clap for the girl.
Yeah, we got to do that.
We got to give her some claps. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? You looking
I
like,
am
Lord, it's
awesome.
Wednesday. It's
We'll say that
Wednesday.
again.
I say you looking like, Lord, it's early on a Wednesday morning.
Baby, look, it's 5:30.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I forgot you were on a different time zone and where
Yes,
we were.
Lord.
Yes, well, we
I
are
was
super excited about you being here today with us. I said, look, I said, I don't know if she's still, because normally I can see the read receipt, but it's been a little minute. It's been a little minute. So for the people who don't know you, go ahead and introduce yourself to all the, I know it's plenty of us that's on here that already know you. So shout out to all the business besties and those who continue to support the Morning Tea. But go ahead and introduce yourself to the people who don't know you, but need to know who you are.
okay. I'm Trina. I'm known as the business educator. I do business coaching. I have been in real estate and business for over 25 years. My husband and I co-own Hawkeye Seasonings, which it is worldwide. We have sold Hawkeye Seasonings on 5 of the 7 continents of this world. So we are internationally known. As a business educator, I bring the simpleness of business. I make it simple for those who need to structure their business, scale their business. You don't know what to do. I make things simple for you with strategic and intentional plans to grow your business. So what I do.
And has done an absolutely amazing job with just seeing what I love is that one, that she's real, and love that she loves to be educated. Not only is she an educator, but she loves to be educated as well.
Always getting information.
Getting information, which is better for the client. Because if you are continuously doing your own homework to be better, then you can serve clients better as well. And so I absolutely love that about Trina. So Trina, the Morning Tea topic today is, what does success really look like? And the reason why I thought about this question is because different people have different ways and different things that makes them feel successful. For you, it could be, I feel successful when my clients are successful. Sometimes people say, I feel successful when I'm bringing in a certain type of money or an amount of money monthly. Or I feel successful because I got a new client. And so for those, because I feel like sometimes we get so caught up in the monetary value of saying that your business is successful, that some people can fall in a depression. They can be discouraged and not want to do business anymore. So let's talk about that from your perspective when it comes to the things that you've done within your businesses. What does success look like for you? And then we're going to answer as well.
I think success is personal. It's personal for everybody, and it's different for everybody. Because I may look at success from my point of view is when I have the money or when I've gotten products in the stores. But from my point of view, success is what I'm doing right now. Is why I'm on a different time zone right now. Success for me is freedom. Freedom to go and do what I want to do. We're on vacation now. Even though we're on vacation, we're still looking at real estate because I'm a real estate investor, searching out the market. So success is different for everybody. But for me, success is freedom.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's my thing right there.
That's what you feel.
Yeah, that's being able to move the way that you want to move. Get up whatever time you want to get up. And just be able to move and do how you see fit. You understand what I'm saying? That is the best feeling. And I don't have to have $1 million.
Right.
I don't need $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Just the freedom.
Yeah, just a free. And one of the things, and I guess that's a good segue into, because I even wrote down mine and I said sustainable growth. Meaning that the process, of scaling at a pace that doesn't compromise my integrity. It doesn't compromise my family time. It doesn't compromise my mental state. It's just sustaining, being at a space where, no, it may not be $1 million. It may not be $10,000 a month, but whatever it is, it's sustainable where I'm happy, I'm at peace. And what I'm doing doing is still integral. And I think that's missing today. I think people get so caught up on the money aspect of it and they miss those small things. They miss those small things when it comes to just sustain, just be able to live life and not have to live, God said abundantly, but what does abundantly look like for you? It may not be, I got to have this to go buy this $1 million house or drive this particular car. However, it's just being sustainable. So Trina, I know as a business owner, especially a worldwide business owner and having business on different continents, as you shared, what are some of the struggles that you see now in business? Because I want to segue into why the event is taking place. But what are some of the things out of all the years that you've done business that you have seen that's been a hindrance, or let's just say a stepping stone for a lot of business owners?
I think the hindrance is connections. Mm-hmm. When you're in business, you need the right connections, not the connections saying that I need to get that one thing that's going to make me blow up. No, you need the right connections to grow your business, to set up your business, if I need a graphic designer, I need to know who can I go to. If I need to do trademarking, who do I go to? I need those kind of connections so that I can do what my business needs to be done. Because as one person, I can't do it all.
Yeah.
I'm not the expert in everything. Some things, but not everything. So I need to be connected with those service providers that can do what I need for my business, whatever it is. And so this is why we have the Business Ready Expo, because those providers, those service providers will be in that house so that you can make those connections.
Let me ask you a quick question. So when you saying connections, and I agree with you 100%. So when we as entrepreneurs are searching for those connections, and we get those connections, and those connections come with a price.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
And those connections come with a price. And what would you recommend to a person that says, okay, I got the connections, but now that graphic designer is charging this, that trademark person is charging this? Should we get our finances together before we start establishing connections, or because we know eventually that those connections are going to be a cash flow? We have to, you understand what I'm saying?
I do. When you're first starting out in business, even when you're along the way, you may not have the money to pay whatever price, but you still need the connections, because when you get the money, you need to
go back to the connections. Okay.
You need to go back to that connection. And this is the thing. If you're in business and you're trying to be successful in business, you're trying to make your business work, it does not matter what the cost is. If that is your connection, you need to do whatever it is that needs to be done in order to get the connection. Because I'm gonna tell you this. I had just recently, I made the connection that I needed to make with someone, and the cost was a 5-figure investment. 5-figure investment. So I said, look here, I need the service. This is my connection. This is what I know God is telling me to do.
Yes.
Let me go talk to my husband and see what we can do. Went back, talked to my husband. He said, okay, we can do X, Y, Z. Okay, I went back to the connection and said, look, I need a payment plan. I need you to work with me.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if that's your divine connection, it's going to happen.
It'll work
And
out.
if you're in business, you need to go hard in business for your business, just like you're trying to breathe.
Yeah. And I think, Trina, what was so important about that, and I thank God for that divine connection. But I think what was so important in that is because first you knew that it was a God thing, right? That was number one. And I think a lot of people get mixed up sometimes where we make decisions and we make investments in people instead of consulting with God to make sure that that's the right divine connection. Because a lot of times, especially in the social media world, you see all the glitz and glam of people doing things. And I talk about this all the time. It's not always the glitz and glam, right? It's always vetting and then allowing God to say, this is your person. This is your divine connection that you need for whatever reason. And even if it's just for a season, for you to get to another connection that can catapult you to, you still got to get in the room to get the first connection. Right. And I think people miss that. People in this day and age, you can't sit back and wait on it to come to you. You got to go out and get it. Like you literally have to. When we didn't have social media, we did door-to-door marketing. We had to build connections by being in person or word of mouth, right? That's how we had to do. That was digging in the trenches long time ago. But now, since we have other avenues, the digital world, that doesn't mean that you still don't have to use those same foundation principles by doing marketing with interchanging conversations and all of those things when you get in the room. So the event that's coming up, Trina, tell us where the idea came from and what the people should expect, because not only it's not your typical event. It's not your typical event.
Right. The idea came from the fact that when you look at me, people see success. But it did not come from just me. We have a team that works with us that has been vetted. We have a team. It's not just the face. So in order to get the team, I had to get the connections. I had to be in the room. I had to be in the proximity of these people that we work with, that work with us, that make us look so good, right? Now, over 25 years in the business, I have not always had those connections. I have not always had somebody to do the X, Y, and Z for my business. I've had to do it all because I didn't have the connections. I didn't know who to go to. I knew what I needed, but I did not know how to get the people that I needed to work for us, right? So the Business Ready Expo is going to put those people in the room. So from the vendor aspect, is business owners that have a service, that provide a service to other business to grow their business. So if you are a tax person, if you are a business formation person, if you do printing, we all need printing, because just like y'all just said, you have to still do those things that got you to the place. You can't just do one thing. I'm in a whole nother state on the West Coast, right? My husband and I have been out doing guerrilla marketing, right? So you have to still make those connections so that whatever your business is missing, you can go get it. So the Business Ready Expo is going to have those service providers for business owners to make the connections. You have to be in the room in order to make the connection. So if you're looking for whatever, come to the Business Expo and it's going to make the connections.
Absolutely. And you need to, and then you can also see, sometimes we have to be in the room to figure out what we don't have and what we need, because you can go and as you walk around and you see these different things, you're like, oh, I need that too. And there's a connection at that. So I visualized it, and I thought about it last week, and I was like, it's almost like when you were in high school and they had career day and you walked around to the different tables and you got a chance to talk to them and see if this was a career that you would want or something that you need, or maybe a connection that you need to get you when it comes to college, all of those different things. And so when I thought about the expo, I was like, oh my God, it's almost like the Career Expo, where you make these connections and then you have follow-up meetings with these people so that you can utilize their services to expand or grow your business. And I wanted to touch on this as well, because I think a lot of people, you have to build authentic relationships too. You know, you can't go into a room and acting like your business is all laid out, like you got it all together. No, you got to pull back the layers of what you don't have and be your authentic self, because it's going to run out. You acting like it's together, it's going to run out one day. And so look how you look at it.
I'm just saying, because I feel that, because
it's going to run out.
A lot of people come come in and you look good.
Yeah.
But on the tail end, when you was coming, you was like, man, hopefully I can just get
right. They hoping that they gonna rub elbows with somebody that's just gonna take them to $1 million, and you need so much more before you get there though.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. When y'all are going to events and when you go to the expo, really hone in on what your business needs.
Can I say this as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, and then one second before. Yeah. Not only hone in on what you need, but be willing to sacrifice for what it is that your business needs. If you know you need to stop drinking Starbucks coffee 5 days out of the week for $60 a week to be able to pay for a specific need or service, then you have to sacrifice those things in order for you to expand. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this here. You said like you going in and for the million.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing about that, and I'm gonna say this from experience, you can get the million. Okay, let's say you got the million, but if you don't know what to do with the million, that's a whole nother ball game, because I've come across and I didn't know what to do. And it's and I look back and I'm like, damn, I had that.
Yeah.
And I did all of this, but I didn't do the right things.
Gotcha.
You understand?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And so I think a lot of times, like even let me just say artists.
Yeah, sure.
Artists are chasing the mill, and they'll get signed, and the next year or two broke again.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
With the money that you got. So what do you think about that, Trina?
It's very important. And some people think business. He come to business coach. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Some people think that I sell a product. Let's say I sold whatever, and the income from those products was $1 million. And some people think that, oh, that's my money. I made $1 million. Yeah, the million came in,
right?
But you have to pay those things that keep you in business as well. So they don't know what to do with the money. Some people businesses are shut down because they didn't pay their taxes.
Yeah.
I mean, just the simple things. That's where the business educator comes in. That's where a business coach comes in to make sure that you're structured correctly, to make sure that you're doing what you need to do, to make sure you understand what is yours and what is the business's.
Right.
Yeah, because that's really what eat up people's taxes.
Yeah.
A lot of, like you said, a lot of people will get that money in and run with it.
Yeah.
And run with it and not
excited. They get excited.
And not pay what you're supposed to pay. And taxes is that's probably the first thing you should make sure that you, besides making sure you good, but taxes is one of the main things that hurt people.
I think too, you have to make sure that and I always say this, the foundation of your business has to, that's almost like, you got to make sure that your foundation is good. When you build in a house, your foundation has to be good. Yeah. And I think that a lot of people miss the actual foundation, even the formation of businesses. Yeah. People miss the formation of businesses. People miss tax preparation. Yeah. Okay, let me meet with a tax professional so that you can share with me, what do I need to do so that when the end of the year comes, I don't have any surprises? Yeah. What are some of the things that I need to allocate? Yeah. What are some of the things that I need to make sure tell me if I need to go buy a bunch of office supplies and how much do I need to buy in order to offset my taxes when it comes to tax time. So I think a lot of those things, we wake up, especially during COVID, we wake up and decide, okay, I got a gift and I want to start a business tomorrow. So I'm going to go get a DBA. I may even go get an LLC, and I'm full force in business. Then your tax time come up, you're jacked up.
Boys running that TurboTax.
No business account to put your money. I mean, and these are the things that I'm saying that people need to prepare for. Yeah. And if you aren't running a business that has been formatted, or you're confused or don't know, get with somebody who has that level of expertise to make sure, because also when you get that $1 million, your business got to be set up right. Mm-hmm. It has to be set up right. Your taxes has to be set up right, or you're going to miss half of it because you got so much to do and so much to take care of. And then you want to be sustainable.
And best believe when them people take their money out of them taxes, you fall from $1 million.
Yeah. And it's just making sure at preparation. Now we always
Absolutely.
say, we say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Yeah. Prepare. Make sure that these are things that you're preparing for. Yes, we say, God said, ask and you shall receive, right?
Right.
Put it in, write it down. And what does the Lord? However, he didn't say be foolish with it either.
Nah.
Like, you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do.
I'm guilty. I done ran and
but it's a lesson learned, though.
It's a big lesson.
It's a lesson learned.
Trust that.
Yeah, it's a lesson learned. But now here it is the time for you now to educate others on the mishaps of what you did, and then what it did, and how you are, able to recover from that. Right. And I think it's very important. So I'm excited about the expo. I'm excited because it puts people in the room that has a need. It gives other business owners the ability to serve other business owners and prepare them, help build their foundation, because you may be stuck in your business and you haven't grown because there's certain necessary things that you need in order to get you to the next level. So Trina, tell them the date, the time, where they can get their tickets, all of that stuff.
Okay, so the date is July the 30th. I just dropped the links in the comment section for the early bird tickets. Okay, early bird tickets. Go ahead and get it before it run out, because we only have a certain amount. Now, if you're a vendor and you want to participate, you want to provide a service to your business is providing a service to business owners. I dropped the vendor link so that you can fill out the Google link. It's just a Google application. And we'll get it and we'll give you a call. Okay. Now, this is the thing for those people who are attending. Mika just talked about knowing what to do and finding what you need. This is a biggie. When you buy your ticket, you're going to get a instant access to the System Fixer bundle. System Fixer bundle. Okay. And what that's going to allow you to do before you get to the event is find the gaps in your business so that you can come to the event strategically and intentionally about what it is that you came to the event to get. Okay. So you won't have to go to everybody. You can look for what you need. So in your business, you're looking for somebody to help you with systems, your CRMs, your funnels. You can directly go to that table, to that person, to that business owner who's going to help you with that. So the System Fixer bundle, it's also going to have you, it gives you 3 different systems, checklists, so that you can see what you need. And then it tells you what to do monthly. So once you find out what you need to do, we're going to wash, rinse, and repeat. Every month, you're going to be checking for what you have done, what you haven't done, and you're going to get it done. You're going to fix it. Okay. That's why it's called the System Fixer bundle, because it allows you to fix what's wrong.
All right. Fix it bundle. And you need to fix. That's like, I'm thinking of, what's that? Yeah. Ayana, fix my life. Ayana, Trina, fix my business.
Okay.
Fix my business. So absolutely. And these are the things that you have to sacrifice for. We understand people have jobs. We understand people have other things going on. We understand it's summer vacation. However, sometimes you just may need to sacrifice a couple of hours, because that may be your catapult. That may be your next level. That may be somebody that can take you away from that corporate job that you have access to, because you're getting all of the things that you need.
So Trina, let me ask you this before we move forward. What would you tell a business owner? And I know that you've been through it. It's 25 years. I know you've been through it. When you hit that I feel like I lost everything.
Been there,
feel like I lost everything, and I'm struggling, trying to find my way back. Do I pivot and do something different? Do I hop back on the bike? Because they say once you ride a bike, you know how to ride it forever. So do I hop back on the bike and continue the journey? What would you say to an entrepreneur that's going through that?
This is the thing. If you're a business owner and you've been successful and now you're hit a low, the good thing about it is that you can do it again. You can do it again. You got to have the mindset. You have to have that determination, because for me, I have determination and I have the mindset that whatever I do, it's going to be successful. And whatever I have done has been successful. When I first started selling gift baskets on a corner with the tent, in Greenville, Mississippi, at the corner of Highway 1 and Starling Street, one of the things that stand out for me from way back then is that I would be there at 8 o'clock, before 8 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because I had to catch the people that was going to work. Because these baskets that I'd have made got to be sold, right? That was that determination kicking in. And then I would be there sometimes to 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. When they coming back from work, here I am. I'm still here waiting on you. And one thing that one of the young ladies that I went to school with, she's a little younger than me, but she said about me. She told me that she would say this when she saw me out on the corner selling the gift baskets. She said that young lady is going to be successful because she's determined, right? You got to be willing to do what's necessary to get the job done. If you're that person that it says, oh, it's too cold out here, I can't go out there and do that. Baby, I was out there with a heater in a coat. Okay. I was out there with a U-Haul truck full of gift baskets with my 3-year-old daughter on a pallet in the back of the U-Haul. Yeah. I've been there, done that. When I started in real estate, I was changing locks and doing little stuff like that on my rental homes myself. I wasn't calling nobody. Now I have a property manager that manages all of my property, and I don't have to do any of that anymore. But if I'm in the area and something needs to be done, guess who coming? You have to be willing to do the work. The work works if you work it. That's it.
Gotcha.
That's good. That's good. That's a good word. That's a good word. And I think people miss that. I think that's why I was saying earlier about we've got lazy as business owners and don't feel like you have to. And when I say go out and get it, I'm not talking about go out and get the money. I'm saying go out and get the whatever it is that you need to expand in your business. So if you need to go to networking events and get in a room, networking is just not in groups on social media. Like you have to go out and meet. And I'm a person where I want to see if it's authentic. Do you really know what you're talking about? Let's dig a little deeper than what you're putting on social media from ChatGPT. Like I love ChatGPT, and I will use it forever. However, everything is not, it has to be authentic somewhere you have to have some authenticity. And so I think it's very important. So we appreciate you and your idea. I know that this is not only going to happen on July the 30th, but this is something that's needed. I don't know, every 3 months, every 4, every 6, whatever. I definitely think that is needed because I think we're missing the mark when it comes to actually getting what you need and being authentic. And as I shared, pulling back those layers and saying, I don't have it right. Let's fix it. And how do I fix it? Who do I need to talk to in order to fix it? And then Trina is not just allowing any and everybody to say that they are going to have a table. No, you're going to be vetted because at the end of the day, you don't want to feel like, oh man, I made this connection and they're not doing the work. So it's going to be authentic relationships that's going to be built and people who really have a level of expertise and a service that can assist with other businesses. So Trina, tell everybody how they can follow the Business Educator, how they can get some seasonings from you and the husband. And if he there, good morning to you. But tell everybody how they can get the seasonings and everything.
Okay. So first of all, you can follow me at on Facebook at Trina Washington Hawkins. Trina Washington Hawkins. Follow me on Facebook. And I'm pretty consistent across all platforms. Trina Washington Hawkins, Trina DW Hawkins. If you go to my Facebook page, you can go to the rest of the page because everything is linked there. Instagram, everything. Okay. You can follow the Business Educator at the Business Educator across all platforms. Now, Hawkeye Season. Let me drop the link in the comment section. We ship worldwide.
You know what? Hold on, Trina. I use this.
He up here pulling it up.
You know what? I think you came to the station before.
We did.
And I bought some seasoning from y'all because I used this yesterday. No, seriously. I used the red Cajun. The red, it's got a red top on it. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah,
the spicy Cajun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it right there. But that I used the red. Yeah, I just used it yesterday. That seasoning is really good too. It got kick to it too.
Look, you know it had to be good. He just cut you all off for giving the people the information.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, I want the people to know that I got it.
Yeah, it was funny because you like, you know what?
And you know what? I got the steak. I got the ribeye steak. I got the ribeye steak. I got like 4 or 5 of them. And I'm not gonna lie to you, and I ain't saying it just because you're on here. That season is good. I promise you, that season is good.
Yeah.
Look, we get that response from everybody.
Yeah, that season is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you think they season is good. You wait. I'm gonna have to tell Nice, you gotta go on her and her husband lives. I told them they need to show they would go viral if they got a show. Because you gotta see them.
So y'all located here in Houston, huh?
Right.
Yeah, because y'all came. Yeah, I remember y'all came to the station.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, come on.
Listen, you gotta see them, the authentic video. I'll be crying laughing at them. But yeah, so we are excited. Thank you so much, Trina. We're excited by July 30th, the expo. Y'all make sure that y'all follow Trina because as you can see, she is educated. She has a lot of business information and she is the business educator. So one of the things that you have to do is connect with those who know more than what you know.
Yeah.
And the only way that you do that is if you not only be in the room, but build, solid, authentic relationships. And just like I said, pull back the layers, send Trina an inbox and say, you know what? I listened to the show this morning and I felt like you were talking to me because there's a lot of things that's going on in my business that I need assistance with. And then go ahead and buy your ticket.
Yeah.
Buy you a ticket to get in the room so that you can rub elbows, you can shake hands, and you can have conversations in regards to what it is that you need. As you heard, Trina has it all set up from you purchasing your ticket and get in the bundle so that you can be intentional when you get inside of the room. So not only do we have July the 30th, we got some other upcoming events. Angels Surviving Cancer, the annual prayer fundraiser breakfast is taking place on June the 21st. Extension of tickets are good until June the 18th. They have extended it, so you can go ahead and purchase your ticket. Amazing experience with breast cancer survivors, those who support breast cancer, sponsors, donations is still being accepted. In order to assist with those, we have scholarships for those whose mothers have succumbed breast cancer within the last year. So if you are available on June the 21st, make sure that you go ahead and grab your ticket. You can go to angelsurvivingcancer.org and you'll be able to grab your ticket to be in attendance. Because let me tell you, last year, I was the MC of it last year and it was 400 people in the room. Amazing hotel, amazing entertainment. And then just to be able to honor those breast cancer survivors as well as those scholars that will be in the room in attendance as well. What you got up, Nice?
You know what, man, I'm just steady working, doing these editing. If you need anything filmed or edited, let me know. 832-372-6874. We do commercials for businesses. We do commercials, not we do commercials for businesses. So that, and if you need us to come out to your business, we will come out to your business. Tell them how they can get.
So if you want us to come out, do a morning radio show, you have an event coming up, you want us to have a show, interview your guests, talk to your customers. We have businesses who have done customer appreciation where they're able to come and give some feedback on their business. But if you want us to do a morning radio show and be live in the building,
at your
we
business,
definitely can do that, or your event. Although, I got one more week in these H-Town streets. But man, listen,
don't say that.
Don't mean that I can't come back and do what we need to do when it comes to the Morning Tea Radio Show. We are still gonna be live, y'all. So don't think that we're going away.
And we're gonna have a look. We're gonna have it. It's gonna be nice.
We're still gonna be live.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna miss you in house.
But I'm gonna be sometimes I gotta come back in July and I'll be here for I think a week. I'll be here for a week with travel.
So we definitely gotta get in.
We'll come in the studio that week. Yeah. Absolutely. But Miss Trina, we sure appreciate you waking up early this morning to join us on the Morning Tea. We're gonna have to get you and husband to come in the studio with the Hawkeye.
I'm gonna show you how I use that Hawkeye. That's how I use that Hawkeye. I be at the top of that boy. Just yeah, that's how I use that Hawkeye. That hey, I'm gonna tell you, I'm dead serious. Because when you said Hawkeye, I was like, man, hold on. So when I looked at it,
he got his phone and Googled it and looked it up.
Man, hold on. I used that yesterday. Yes, man.
Good,
yes, ma'am.
Good. And for anybody who the comment is in the chat with the information on seasoning, as well as your tickets if you want to be a vendor. Also, if you want to be there too. And even vendors, listen, some vendors may need some services from other people in the room as well. Yeah. So y'all make sure that y'all grab your tickets. Again, early bird special. Yes. Early bird means the early bird gets the worm. Yeah. And the worm is going to get a discounted price. So y'all go ahead and grab your ticket for that. Shout out to everybody who rocked with us this morning. Business besties. I did get the comment. It's curfew. The word we were looking for.
Oh, yeah, curfew.
So thank you, Lady P, for putting that, because it was on the tip of my tongue, but I just couldn't remember.
We both were struggling this morning.
Absolutely. The Lord was working. Yeah. We was fighting the devil this morning, but God is good.
Bobbing and weaving.
God is good. All right, y'all. Have an amazing Wednesday. We'll see y'all next week. Same place, same time, same location, right here on the Morning Tea Radio Show. Y'all have an amazing day today. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. It used to be, but I'm going to still call it Women's Worth Wednesday. So to all the women, I salute you on today. Be beautiful, be bold, and just let your hair down and be free. Yeah. All right, y'all have an amazing Wednesday. Thank you, Trina.
Thank you.
And I like the saying, it'll work if you work it.
It'll work if you work it.
Come on.
It'll work if you work it. All right, y'all.